Welcome to a fascinating journey back in time, where we'll explore the vibrant daily life of ancient Egypt, a civilization that continues to captivate the world with its mysteries and marvels. In this video, we're taking you on an immersive tour through the lively streets of ancient cities, where the golden sun illuminates bustling markets, skilled artisans at work, and families going about their daily routines. We'll dive deep into the lives of men, women, and children, uncovering how each of them played a vital role in their society through work, education, and even leisure. Together, we'll unveil the grandeur of the pyramids, the artistry of hieroglyphs, and the unique cultural practices that define the essence of ancient Egypt. Whether you're a seasoned history buff or just curious about this extraordinary civilization, stay with us as we unravel the rich tapestry of stories that shaped daily life in ancient Egypt. Prepare to be amazed by the depth of their culture and the enduring legacy that continues to influence us today. The Nile, lifeblood of Egypt. Imagine a world where survival hinges on the gentle flow of a mighty river. For the ancient Egyptians, the Nile was far more than just a body of water. It was the very lifeblood of their civilization. This majestic river was essential for drinking, irrigation, and bathing, making it the cornerstone of life in an otherwise unforgiving desert landscape. The fertile banks of the Nile were a gift from the gods, bursting with crops that fed the population, grains, vegetables, and fruits that were the foundation of their diet. One of the Nile's most miraculous gifts was its annual flooding, which left behind nutrient-rich silt that rejuvenated the land, ensuring bountiful harvests year after year. This natural cycle didn't just feed the people. It fueled a thriving agricultural economy that supported the entire civilization. But the Nile was more than a provider of food. It was also the superhighway of the ancient world. Boats loaded with goods sailed its waters, linking distant regions, fostering trade, and enabling the exchange of ideas and resources. In every sense, the Nile was the heartbeat of ancient Egypt, nurturing their culture, economy, and way of life. Agriculture and farming practices. Agriculture wasn't just a job in ancient Egypt. It was the backbone of the entire society, the engine that drove their civilization forward. The fertile lands along the Nile allowed farmers to grow a variety of crops, with wheat and barley at the heart of their agricultural life. These grains weren't just food. They were essential for making beer, a staple in the daily diet, and a key part of social and religious rituals. The ingenuity of the Egyptians shone through in their farming techniques. They developed innovative tools like the shaduf, a simple yet clever device used to lift water from the Nile for irrigation. This tool made it possible for farmers to efficiently water their fields, ensuring that every crop had the moisture it needed to thrive. Agriculture wasn't just about feeding the population. It was the lifeblood of the economy. Surplus crops meant trade opportunities with neighboring regions, which in turn spurred economic growth and cultural exchanges. Farming in ancient Egypt was a testament to their resourcefulness and their ability to turn the gifts of the Nile into prosperity and security. Daily life and social structure. Life in ancient Egypt was like a well-orchestrated symphony, with each person playing their part within a complex social hierarchy. At the pinnacle were the pharaohs, revered as gods on earth, followed by a powerful class of nobles and priests who wielded immense influence. Below them were the skilled artisans and merchants, and at the base of this pyramid were the farmers, who, despite their humble status, were the backbone of society, toiling from dawn to dusk to feed the nation. Daily life varied widely depending on one's social standing. The elite enjoyed lives of luxury, with grand banquets and lavish homes, while the common folk, especially farmers, worked tirelessly, rising with the sun to tend their fields. Family life was the heart of Egyptian society, with strong bonds and a deep sense of duty towards one another. Even in the humblest homes, leisure had its place, whether through games, music, or festivals, offering a welcome break from the daily grind. Religion was woven into the fabric of daily life, with rituals and offerings made to the gods from morning till night. The Egyptians believed that keeping the gods happy was key to a prosperous life, and their daily routines were a reflection of this deep spiritual connection. Art and craftsmanship. The art of ancient Egypt was more than just a display of creativity. It was a profound expression of their beliefs and way of life. Art was a way to honor the gods, with stunning carvings and vivid paintings adorning the temples and tombs, ensuring that the spirits of the deceased would find their way to the afterlife. These artworks were filled with symbols that told stories of the gods, the universe, and the values that guided Egyptian life. Craftsmanship in Egypt was equally impressive. Pottery, for example, wasn't just functional. It was often beautifully decorated, showcasing the talent and pride of the artisans. Weaving produced the fine linens that were prized for their quality and were essential both in daily life and in religious ceremonies. Jewelry making was another art form where craftsmanship and spirituality met, with intricate designs that were believed to offer protection and symbolize power and status. Art and craftsmanship in ancient Egypt were more than just trades. They were essential elements of a culture that revered beauty, spirituality, and the mastery of skills. Food and cuisine. The food culture of ancient Egypt was as rich and varied as the land along the Nile. Bread was a staple, baked fresh daily and eaten at every meal. Fish from the Nile, alongside an array of fruits like figs, dates, and pomegranates, added variety and nutrition to their diet. Vegetables such as onions and garlic were not only essential ingredients, but were also believed to have medicinal properties. Cooking in ancient Egypt was a communal affair, with meals often prepared over open fires or in simple clay ovens. The focus was on shared experiences, with family members and friends gathering to eat together, reinforcing bonds and a sense of community. Food was also at the heart of social and religious gatherings. During festivals and special occasions, feasts were a common sight, with tables overflowing with the best that the land had to offer. These events weren't just about eating, they were about celebrating life, honoring the gods, and strengthening the social fabric of Egyptian society. Clothing and fashion. Clothing in ancient Egypt was far more than just practical. It was a statement of identity, social status, and even religious belief. The wealthy wore garments made from the finest linens, often adorned with vibrant colors and intricate designs that reflected their status. Men typically wore kilts, while women favored long, flowing dresses that highlighted their figures and often incorporated detailed pleats and draping. For the lower classes, clothing was simpler, but no less important. Made from coarser linen, these garments were designed for ease of movement and comfort in the hot, demanding climate. Despite the simplicity, even the everyday clothing of farmers and laborers was crafted with care, as appearance was important to all Egyptians. Jewelry played a crucial role in Egyptian fashion, with pieces made from gold, silver, and semi-precious stones being worn by those who could afford them. These were not just adornments, but were also believed to offer protection and convey the wearer's power and status. Fashion in ancient Egypt was a mirror of the society's values, revealing a deep connection between how people dressed and their place within the world around them. Religion and spirituality. Religion in ancient Egypt was not just a part of life, it was life itself. The Egyptians worshipped a pantheon of gods and goddesses, each with their own domains, influencing everything from the flooding of the Nile to the health of the family. These deities were central to every aspect of daily existence, and the people sought their favor through prayers, offerings, and rituals. Festivals and rituals were woven into the fabric of society, marking the passage of the seasons and key moments in the agricultural calendar. Major events, like the Opet festival, were grand occasions involving entire communities in ceremonies that honored the gods and reaffirmed the bonds that held society together. The belief in an afterlife was a cornerstone of Egyptian spirituality. This belief drove them to construct monumental tombs and elaborate burial practices designed to ensure safe passage into the next world. Religion also provided a moral compass, with the concept of Ma'at, representing truth, balance, and justice, guiding both governance and personal behavior. In ancient Egypt, spirituality wasn't a separate part of life. It was the thread that connected everything, shaping how the Egyptians viewed their world and their place within it. As we conclude our exploration of daily life in ancient Egypt, of a civilization that was as complex as it was fascinating, from the fertile banks of the Nile that fed their bodies and spirits, to the intricate social structure that organized their lives, and the deep religious beliefs that guided their actions, every aspect of Egyptian life was interwoven to create a culture that has stood the test of time. Reflecting on their remarkable achievements, it's clear that ancient Egypt was a civilization of incredible creativity, resilience, and innovation. Their legacy continues to inspire and captivate us, offering endless lessons and insights. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into one of history's most extraordinary cultures, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit that like button, and share this video with fellow history enthusiasts. Join us as we continue to explore the wonders of history together. There's always more to discover.